I don't know. I think Plague is an easy one. So we'll start Plague in the middle. So let me explain the tiers really quick. Obviously, it's like S through F tiers. Whereas the F is like fuck no, like you wouldn't even hold their hand. It's just no. Then you got your D tier, which is the don't sex tier, which is like you just wouldn't like, not so bad to where like you would want to like push them off a cliff or anything, but you just don't do it. Then you got your C tier, and it's like you could, it could be good, but you probably shouldn't. Then you got your B tier, that's your bit of sex tier. It's like, you could have a good time with it, but it's not like you would be telling your friends. Then you got the A tier for a lot of sex, and that's when it starts to get good. That's like, that's the good shit. And then you got your S tier just for straight up sex. This is like the best sex of your life. These are the ones that you're going to be simping for hardcore. So where are we thinking we're going to put Plague? You would put Plague in the A tier? You would put Plague up here. Oh my God. That's, to me, that's like drops her in tears. I'm not into vomit. Mike, let me try to explain some things to you as we go. The plague is like a Babylonian priestess um who literally has the plague, and she basically goes around throwing up on everybody, and she's super diseased. So in my opinion, like you can tell that she was hot before she got sick, but the plagueness and the throwing up on everything, I would put her at least in the D tier, but Perk says A tier, so we might have to compromise. F tier? He says F tier. C tier? Okay, we can that's a good compromise. Like you could have sex with the plague. You're probably gonna get sick and regret it, but she's still doable in her own way. So there we have it. Okay. Let's do somebody else. Is she throwing up on your junk, Helda? I don't know. Apparently Perks is into that. It's like the opposite, Perks. You want a chick that doesn't have a gag reflex, that's not going to be throwing up. You don't want one that's going to be throwing up all the time, no matter what. But she's still, I think C tier is fair for her. Who's next? Let's do let's Mike, you go ahead and pick one out. Like just let me know, like count them out, whichever one looks interesting to you. Mike isn't super familiar with Dead by Daylight, so we got to do a lot of explaining when it comes to the killers. Third row, number one. This right here. Number two, this one right here. The Skull Merchant. Yeah, Perks likes the Skull Merchant. Okay. So Skull Merchant is pretty much a thirst trap. I think I told you about her. Yeah, Perk says S tier. Um her whole thing, she's half Brazilian, half Japanese. She's bloodthirsty as hell. She is like a ruthless business owner who uses drones to literally hunt down the competition and kill them. But yeah, she's got the booty, she's got the walk, she's got it all, you know? I actually would have to agree with Perks and put her in the S tier. The only thing that might be dragging her down would be how much the community hates the Skull Merchant. Like nobody likes Skull Merchant in the actual game. I personally, I don't play Skull Merchant, but I don't mind playing against Skull Merchant either. But she's definitely one that she would show you a really, really good time, but you wouldn't survive in the morning. But is it worth it though? Oh yeah, she's definitely gonna kill you when she's done. But, some guys will do a lot, for that. Yep. YOLO, absolutely. You only live once and you're only gonna die once at her hands. Okay, let's do could do A tier from Backlash. You know what? We're gonna leave her here right now since we all agreed. And then if other people join and they have any objections to where we have people, we can make adjustments. Okay, I'm gonna pick one now because this is one that I think is gonna be hard to rank, and that's the pig. Because obviously with the mask on, it's but we don't see a lot of her in the game with her mask off. We only know what she looks like from the movie. So Mike the pig is if you've ever seen the movie Saw, in the first movie, the girl that escapes from Jigsaw's trap and then becomes a killer in the second and third movie, that's who the pig is. She's just wearing a big old pig mask. Perk says B tier. Okay, so one thing I think that we need to discuss isn't just like how attractive they are, but like how good you think they would actually be. Like, is it going to be good sex? Like you can be super hot and not know what the fuck you're doing. You can be not that great looking and know exactly what you're doing. The one thing I will say about like how the sex would be if you can imagine it. Yeah. The one thing I'll say about the pig, when you stun her and she makes that little squeaky noise, is that what she's gonna sound like when she orgasms? Is she got like the little tiny, she's not a big moaner. She just and you know what? Are you really gonna put in all the work for something so little? I'm thinking B tier might be fair because she's an average human. There's really nothing about her that would be like say, "Oh no, I definitely shouldn't." But there's really nothing about her that's like, "I really should," you know? Okay, Perks, you can pick the next one. The Xenomorph? Ooh. Now imagine this. Oh my God. You're about to say something crazy. Alien has like 3 mouths. Crazy head. Have you seen those mouths though? Have you seen them? Like the entire point of one of them is literally to like penetrate your brain. The slob. Oh my God. You do know that this is technically bestiality, right? In a sense. It definitely ain't human. Yeah, you're aware. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, because I gotta look at this from multiple perspectives. Like the tail, I think some people could have some fun with that tail, but I'm thinking maybe it's not worth the risk. The xenomorph is definitely one thing you do not want to like if you're gonna be, unwanted pregnancy is always such a risk when it comes to sex. And if there's one person you don't want to be impregnated by, it's the xenomorph. That is not a pregnancy you want to go through. And it will impregnate men as well. I'm definitely thinking it's in the D tier. Like, I don't want to put it in the F tier because you probably could, but I definitely think you shouldn't. So, what are you guys thinking? D tier? D tier? Okay, Mike, you said the chick right of Pinhead. Let's see, where is he? He's right here. The artist? Oh. We'll start her here. Hey, Sai, how's it going? Yes, Mike, this is the artist. She's almost a normal person. Sai, how's it going, buddy? Before we rank the artists, let's get Sai's opinion if we should change any of these other rankings. Yeah, Mike, almost. She was a normal human before the entity got to her. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. It's really hot in this room, so I got the fan going, the light doesn't help, but I'm good. I'm feeling chill. So, Sai, we got Skull Merchant up in the S tier. Do you think that's fair? We have we we have Plague in the Good Sex tier because, you could tell she was beautiful before she got the plague. Being a Babylonian priestess, they're probably really fucking wild. But she is really disgusting. So it's like you could, but you shouldn't. Like, Perks wanted her in the fucking A tier, which is crazy. Yeah, I definitely think, yeah, she is thick. Yeah. The only reason I thought that Skull Merchant might drop a little bit would be because of what the community thinks about her. Sai, that's absolutely correct. Yes. That's why I think she's fair where she is. Like, you could, but you shouldn't. Like, the C tier, I feel like, is like, it's like a flip a coin type of tier, you know? So, whereas the F tier is like, you absolutely wouldn't, like, you wouldn't even want to, like, touch them. The D tier is, you're like, no, that's just not right. Um, you give it more thought, but you shouldn't. This one is more like, flip a coin. The B tier is like you would, but you wouldn't tell your friends about it. The A tier, that's where you're like starting to brag, and then the S tier is like you fucking die. It's such good sex. So we put Pig in the B tier because there's nothing special about her. She isn't disgusting, but she's not like amazing either. Trickster and Michael, we'll do them next. Okay, but we got the artist. Let's talk the artist real quick. So, Carmina Mora was a beautiful artist. Um, Unfortunately, she doesn't have hands, so no handies. She's missing most of her feet, and she doesn't have a tongue. So, do you think she could give good head without a tongue? I don't know. Perks, yeah, you don't be judging, boy. You were talking about getting head from the xenomorph, so I don't want to hear it. Artist should be C tier. See, I respect your opinion, but I think she should be a bit higher. I would put her at least in the B tier because she doesn't have hands, she doesn't have a tongue, but I'm sure she still has a pussy. So, I don't think they cut her clit out or anything. And even if they did, that's not going to stop you from enjoying it. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. She looks like she will kill you after Well, we already discussed how Skull Merchant's gonna kill you. Yes, Sai, he did say that. I had to remind him that this is technically bestiality, but we left it in the D tier because it's possible to have sex with it, and it might even be enjoyable, but that's fucked up. I think we need to put the artist at least in the B tier. As long as she doesn't bring her birds, it might be okay. So, Mike, the artist's entire thing is she has these crows that she can swarm on you, you know? But yeah, I think she's really pretty. If she had her tongue in her hands, she could be A tier, but you know, that's really working against her right now. Okay, so Sai said Trickster. The community simps for Trickster so hard. So I'm gonna start him up here and then we'll go from there. I personally am not super into Trickster, actually. But Sai, make your argument. Sai, what did you think you were gonna be getting yourself into? Trickster is like a K-pop boy. He absolutely is a K-pop boy, but people are into that. Valid A or B in Perks' opinion? See, he is one of the most human-looking characters, for sure. The most put together. I don't know about that. He's like the best at making it look like he's put together when he's really recording the screams of his victims for his music, you know? His eyes are charming. Okay. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. It would be really nice to look into them, even if it's the last thing you ever saw. Okay, Perks, do you think more A or B tier for Trickster? But you also have to think too, like he's cute and everything, but is he gonna be able to perform well? Is he gonna be up to the task? Like what skills does he have other than his music and his knife throwing that would translate into the bedroom? Sly, I'm trying to leave him up here in the S tier, so we gotta fight for it. What if he packing? People don't care about much. You see, Trickster has the personality of someone with a small dick, in my opinion. But it's not always the size that matters. He's got a big bat. I think that's an overcompensation, to be honest. Okay. Motion in the ocean, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna drop him down just a bit to the A tier right now, and we can revisit it if we need to. But the other one that you mentioned is good old Mikey. Now, this is one that if you guys want him in anything less than S tier, you're gonna have to fight hard for it because the community has been asking for shirtless Myers forever. So we know people be wanting it. S tier, you think so? I think he would be good. You know, if you're his obsession, he's gonna do everything he can to make it work for you. That's fine, Sai. You can leave the mask on. I think that's part of his charm. Take everything off except for the mask. That's all I'm asking. They like buff ass people and he's stock. You're right. Although I have seen people ask for shirtless clown, but this community is fucking weird, so glad to be a part of it. And he stalks. Yeah, his stalker tendencies are maybe a little, sus. But we're not talking about if he's going to be a good boyfriend or not. We're talking about if he's going to be a good fuck. And I think Michael would really put in the work. You know, he's quiet, standoffish, but when he wants something, you know, he goes for it. Yes, I definitely agree with that. But that's why you hit it and quit it. The commentary, that's what it's all about, right? Okay, we're gonna leave him up here. Everybody loves Michael. Like these two, power couple. Okay, let's pick somebody else. I'm gonna go. So let's do Bubba. I'm gonna start Bubba in the F tier. Hi, BB. How are you? Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. We're just ranking some killers based on, how good they'd be in bed. You think Bubba's in the could sex tier? Oh my. Perks, what do you think? Beats B tier? Okay. Y'all are gonna have to defend this because I'm confused. You defend your choices and I'll let you know what I think. It's giving virgin. Some people are into that. BB, hi, thank you. I am having a good day. How is your day going? His family crazy too. That's true. Just for a second, I wanna divert my attention really quick, and I do want to thank all the people that are in here because each one of you, I believe, helped get me to my affiliate status. Sai, with the shout outs and the raid perks, is always coming in and chatting and viewing, and BB too. Whenever I'm in her chat, she gives me some shout outs. I just really appreciate you guys a lot. Just want to say that. Thank you, BB. I really do appreciate you so much. I hope you get everything done that you need to get done because I know what it's like to have things to do, and the more things I have to do, the less I want to do them, which makes it hard. Yes, Sai, thank you so much. Let's give you a shout out too. See, I wanted to wait to do shout outs to see if I was going to get more viewers so that more people would see it, but I can just keep doing them. So, I wish I had done the shout outs last night after the raid when there were more people in here. Oh, it's going to make me wait. It's my damn channel. Let me do what I want. Okay, so I'm just going to give my commentary on Bubba real quick. Bubba's to me has the mentality of like a little kid. I would feel nasty, nasty if I did anything with that. Like I'd feel like a I don't even want to use the word. I just not only that, but he's wearing somebody else's face. For one, that's fake, bro. Like love who you are. And for two, that's nasty. So I would put Bubba like at least in the D tier. What's a little rotten flesh? I could probably deal with it, but to me, it's more so like the childlike mentality. That's a huge turnoff. Goat intestines as condoms? That's disgusting. He's just a little slow. Okay, okay. Well, we'll move him back up to C tier because he does feel more like you could, but you shouldn't type of thing. Perk said B tier, and he's not defending his choice. Probably just leave him here in C tier. Hmm. Sai, you're not completely wrong. No offense, Perks, but we're all a little crazy. Okay. Somebody want to pick the next one? I just picked Bubba, so I'll let somebody else. Hag? Oh my goodness. That's where I put her. Hag is one of my favorite killers. I love Hag, but fuck no. Like, first of all, she's like all bones. That's too skinny. Second of all, she's got that big claw, you know, terrible for handies. I feel like if you had sex with the hag, she would literally just like turn into dust. Her jaw would fall off. You're not wrong. It probably would. Okay, we can't just be mean to hag though. We gotta think like her hexes. Would they help in the bedroom at all? Is there anything redeeming here? Anything at all? Oh, there's my phone. I dropped it on the floor. You can have an orgy whenever. Yeah, but doesn't she own? Okay, I could be wrong, but like, how many of her phantasm traps can spawn at a time? Like, if she puts them all in one place, can she really have like five or six of them at once, or would they disappear too quickly? I think we are gonna have to leave her down in the S tier 3. Okay, we're gonna leave her in the F tier for now. Her breath definitely stank. Absolutely. I mean, she was like chained to a wall for months while they slowly cut pieces off of her and ate her. So probably a little stanky. Okay. Let's you know what? Let's do Trapper. He's the OG. I'm gonna start him in the A tier. Mike or Perks, do you have any opinions on Trapper? You say B tier? Okay, so here's my defensive Trapper, because I would almost put him in the S tier. Here's my thing. He has daddy issues. And you know what that means, right? Have you ever been with somebody that has daddy issues? I'm just saying. I know he not cute underneath, but he might be. Have we seen Trapper? I feel like I saw Trapper once without his mask, and he wasn't horrible. Um, Pre-Entity in his lore, there's a picture of him in the mines, and he's actually pretty cute. But post being taken, I'm not quite sure. But it's like I said, you can leave the mask on. Like, I'm good with it. And he's got trap experience, so okay, we'll leave him in A tier for now. Perks wants to do Dredge. Dredge is another one of my favorite killers all together. So I'm gonna start him right here. Now, Perks, since you picked Dredge, I'm gonna let you go first where you think he should be. Sai says fuck no. He's not into turkeys. He's a D tier. Just a straight up don't sex. Now, could you even have sex with a dredge is my question. Like, does he, I mean, other than that thing, like that mouth thing, does he have any holes? Does he have anything phallic other than like his appendage that he kills you with? I mean, he's got all that like darkness, but Sai, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. I mean, unless he just sucks it right into the void, I don't know if that would be like the ultimate experience or something you just would not want at all. Dredge a dark entity that haunts you damn near. You know, when you say it like that, Perks, it actually kind of turns me on a little bit. And then he's amalgamation of stuff like now I'm being touched by random strangers. That also kind of turns me on a little bit. You guys are making me think that I should put him up higher. I kid, by the way. One, his skins when he haunted a kid and got his toys as an outfit. Is that the actual lore behind that outfit? My favorite Dredge cosmetic is the Twisted Plaything with all the doll pieces. I love it. Wow. Dredge is, let's just say, leave those for the bathhouses with lights. Oh my God. The doll outfit was a school. Okay. We're we're gonna leave Dredge in the D tier. unless anybody else thinks otherwise. Okay, Sai, you can pick the next one. Unknown. That's where I start him out. Now, Perks was just talking about the unknown yesterday. S or A tier? Yeah, you did say that, which is weird to me. So we'll bump him up a couple tiers since you think he should be so high. But you have to defend your reasoning. You're gonna play devil's advocate? He's flexible as fuck. This is true. He can become other people he wanted. Sable, didn't it? He became Sable? I didn't think it was that he could become other people. I think it was like almost like he absorbed them into him and was able to like mimic them, like their voices and shit. It's almost like they're like trapped inside of him. I could be misunderstanding how he works though. The flexibility is something, but is it enough? No, I don't think it is Perks. Like if you look at his different cosmetics, like he's got the same face. He's just like dressed differently. Like he's got like the like that blonde hair. Like it's like the same face but with the hair. He has a winning smile. I don't think so. Perks says D tier. Side, you're gonna have to defend harder if you want him to go any harder. Not harder, not any harder, not have him go any harder, have him go any higher. I don't know. I would leave him in the F tier for sure. Okay, Sai, I'm just gonna tell you something right now. I had a Brazilian boyfriend one time and it was huge, and that doesn't mean it's good. I'm just gonna tell you. Of course, everybody has their preferences. Shit, I'm spilling on me. Speak for yourself. I'll give him a call for you. Okay, we'll leave unknown in the D tier for now. I highly disagree, but we'll do that. I think we should talk about Chucky. What do we think of Chucky? Yeah, Perks, that's what I'm saying. But also, I will say I've known a lot of people, women and men, that are like sometimes it's too big. I don't know. But then again, you also have people that are into fisting, so I like the real thing. Toys don't do it for me. I can appreciate that. We're gonna move him down. Gonna move him down a bit. So we know from Seed of Chucky that you can, but should you? I mean, it's like this, you know? What's that gonna do for you? Mike, what's with the gifted subs? Oh my God, thank you so much. That was so nice of you. I don't even have an alert yet for my subscriptions. Oh my gosh, you know what that means? You know what that means, right? I appreciate y'all are. I'm gonna make you VIP. Make you VIP. Yeah, if you guys got a gifted sub, please thank Mike. He's such a nice guy. A fleshlight? You absolutely can. I'm gonna get you that fleshlight. Absolutely. I'll have it to you within a week. And you can be, you can think of me when you use it. That's okay. Oh no. I was really into that idea now. No, but really, that was really, really kind of you to do. I wasn't expecting it at all. I appreciate it so much. Okay, okay. I got distracted. We were talking about Chucky and his little plastic PP. So I gotta see. Perks, you said something, right? About Chucky? About Chucky? Chucky? Chucky's F tier? Mike, you're a rock star. You see, unless you into plastic dicks. So Perk says F tier and Sai says C tier. Sai, why the C tier? What about Chucky makes you think that you could sex him? Use your toys until you get the real thing? That's fair. I think that's fair. Absolutely. I just don't think that he would do a whole lot for me. Like, I don't think he's got anywhere to put it. I don't think this is gonna be enough for me anyway. We were talking about how it can be. I just, I just. I will say though, there's not gonna be any motion when you like, it's just that's not that's not enough. It's not enough. You got to be more than a centimeter. Okay, okay. He can cast magic on it. That's true. He's got voodoo. Aim up. You know what? I don't think Chucky has any curve though. That's the problem. I'm gonna say this about Chucky though, just real quick because I have to be fair. He got the dirty talk down. You know, he knows how to talk nasty. And if you're into that, that might be all that you need. So you know what? You know what? He got thrown into a fire, so I'm pretty sure it's curved now. Uh, are you sure it didn't just like melt off completely? I'm gonna move Chucky up to the C tier just because I convinced myself with the dirty talk. I like some bed talk. So we don't even have to be there doesn't even have to be any penetration or anything. If he's saying the right shit, I'm solid. Perks, you said we should do nurse next. Mike, you can I'm sure you know some of the licensed killers though, right? Like Chucky. It's basically we're just ranking them. We're being nasty because that's what I like. Nurse gotta get a pedicure. I don't think I've ever really looked at her hands. I don't play Nurse, so I don't see her from this angle. It doesn't so much have to be what they do in the game. A lot of them are really basic. Like Chucky, he just runs really fast at you with a knife, and since he's small, he can go under things. Mike, you're not nasty? That's unfortunate. Oh, her feet. That's right, you said pedicure, not manicure. See, I'm dumb. You right though. And if she did get a pedicure, they'd be solid because her feet never touch the ground. So really quick, before we rank anybody else, I'm gonna go over and just give a brief description of the killers because Mike is unfamiliar with the game. So Nurse is a nurse, um, and she's in like a kind of a ghost phase. She kind of floats around and she can like teleport, like they call it blinking, like really fast, like from one place to another. Nurse is A tier. Now, in her lore, before she died or whatever happened to her, she was very pretty, you know. You know, and some people have that doctor nurse fetish. So, not gonna lie, she likes to choke. So, I mean, nice to know that that's what you're into, Sai. I'm some people. Perks, you're right. She was sexy, and she's a redhead. If anybody's into gingers, so I know a lot of guys like redheaded women. My mom is a ginger, and so when my beard grows out, it gets really gingery. Just a little side fact right there. So are we, is she has a queen outfit and it's a 10 out of 10. Oh, so are we thinking that nurse is like S tier? I mean, we know she's cute and everything, but like how are her skills going to translate into the bedroom? Not gonna lie, I feel like her pussy's gonna be really dusty, and that would be a problem for me. The Skull Merchant? So yeah, I thought I told you like the Skull Merchant, basically in the game she uses drones that she can track people with because in her lore, she actually like she's like a business executive and when somebody gets in her way, she like invites them onto like a retreat and then she hunts them down using drones and kills them. She's a literal thirst trap. Like she draws you in with her looks and then she gets you. Her knowledge of human anatomy means she knows how to get the big. You know, that's fair, but I just gotta say, does she have like a strong knowledge of human anatomy? Because I feel like back then, when she was a nurse, um, it was more so like less training like a doctor would have, and more so just like you're a woman, help take care. Hey Chad, how you doing, buddy? Don't worry about it. She's a screamer. I'm into the screaming. Like I said, I like some verbality, you know. Let's see. Perk says that ghost pussy good. Okay, you're probably right. So are we thinking S or A tier? Chad, I'm gonna need you to weigh in here. Her O face probably goes crazy. I would leave the sack on her head. I'm just gonna say. Like she was pretty before, but after, I'm thinking not so much. By the way, guys, I do have some emotes in the works, so hopefully within like a week or two, and you'll be able to use some of those. Okay, I'm gonna leave her in the A tier. Leave her in the A tier. Chad, now that you're here, I need you to pick a killer so that we can rank them. I know you're not you're new to DBD, but I'm sure you're familiar with some of them. Shit, I almost spilled my water. Yes, it is, Mike. It is the Chad you know. Legion? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna start Legion right at the B tier. And one thing I think, okay, so before we rank Legion, are we going to rank them as a group or individually? Okay, Chad, we'll do Freddy after we do Legion. My poly orgy fantasy. Are we gonna rank them as a group then? Okay, I just have to say it though. Is Susie underage or is she 18? That's important to note. Everybody in DBD is at least 18, correct? So Mike, the Legion is actually a group of killers. Um like they're like unruly teenagers, you know, like pretty much punks. So you've got Frank who's and Julie. Frank is pretty much the leader. Um and then Julie, I'd say that they're like on equal terms. They're basically like, you know, those teenagers that that you see in like movies of, oh no, you need to like whatever. I don't know the word. I want to say rebellious, but it goes beyond that. And then they have two more people in their group, Joey and Susie. And basically they're like a gang and they kill people because they're like that. Didn't the voice actor Susie's voice actor passed away? I didn't know that. Oh my God, sigh. Oh my God. That was terrible. That was terrible. But I'm laughing anyway. Um, I didn't know. No, I did not know that. I didn't know that her voice actor was trans, but that's unfortunate. The only thing I remember hearing about was they replaced Jonah's voice actor because he got in trouble for like some kind of sex crime. That's why some people rep trans banners. Well, I think a lot of people do that either because they are trans or just because they support trans rights. But if a lot of people are putting it up right now for her, then that's good. That's a not good that it happened, but you know, good to show support. Next time I get in, I'll have to put mine up. Legion as a group is an S tier. So, okay, we're gonna move them up one because you're right. You know, you're right. There's four of them. So, it's like if you do them individually, like if Frank's not giving you good sex, Julie might, you get another chance, But I'm just gonna say it like Frank gives me small dick energy hardcore. Like hardcore. Joey, on the other hand, Joey's like up here. Julie is too butch for me. No, not into it. But the fact that there are four of them and you can kind of pick and choose, I definitely agree that it would be good. But I do think that Frank, in my opinion anyway, kind of brings down the average. So Sai says the A tier, anytime, any place. How about in front of that roaring fire on the Mount Ormond map? Nice and cozy and romantic. Probably not their scene though. They'd probably like to do it in like this greasy ass cracked in. Okay, we're gonna leave Legion in the A tier. You know, if you get bad sex from one of them, you get another chance. As long as Susie's 18, I'm good for it. But she's got to wear her cheerleader outfit. So, all right, let's go Freddy Krueger. Before I place him anywhere, I need somebody to tell me where they think he should be. Now, keep in mind that this is Freddy Krueger from the remake A Nightmare on Elm Street, not the OG Freddy. B tier? You'd put Freddy in the B tier? Okay. Okay. You think C tier, Sai? Okay, Chad, you picked Freddy. What do you think? Listen? Okay, I'm listening. I'm listening. You're absolutely right, Sai. Interesting is He can put you in the dream state. That shit kinky. That's kind of true. Fuck no, he has a past. Chad, that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from. You see, I would put Freddy in the fucking F tier because I'm not 5 years old and he's not going to be into it. You know what I'm saying? Now, Perks, I do like the way you think though, like with the whole dream state and everything. So I think we can move him up to either D or C tier. I do think too though that his fingernails are working against him. You forgot. You just do a backslash and then ban and then their name. I'm gonna leave him in the D tier. I'm gonna leave him in the D tier for now. I would put him in F, but I respect everybody else. Okay. Perks, you said Doctor, and then Sai said Pinhead, so we'll go ahead and do Doctor. We'll start him up in the C tier, in the middle. Now, Perks, since you wanted to go with Doctor, what are you thinking? A solid C or B? What's the reasoning behind that? You see, I'm actually thinking Doctor should be either B or A tier. He can shock you, and for some reason, I'll be into that. You know what? That's fair. I was thinking the same thing. The thing about Doctor is he's a little crazy, but he's kinky as fuck. So, you know, if you're into trying new things or you want to try something that most people will think is a little weird, Doctor's gonna be into it. Will put a little tingle in your gut, shock your dick. Absolutely. He might go a little overboard with it though. And I will say this about Doctor too, like he ain't got it going on right here, but he's got nice arms. So, there we have it. But I do think his biggest attributes would be his shocking and the fact that he's gonna be a kinky motherfucker. Perks, I think you're right. He can probably choose, but I think he's probably gonna get off on absolutely frying your ass. So it's a risk. Maybe we should move him down to the B tier then. Put it on your nipples? Absolutely. I think Doctor would definitely be into nipple play. He's got those vibes going on. B tier? Okay, B tier is fair. Okay, Sai wanted to do Pinhead. Now, Pinhead to me is very similar to Doctor in the fact that he's kinky as hell. We have to remember where Pinhead comes from. He's from a whole other dimension where what's I'm, I don't even know how to like say this, but basically like they have explored every pleasure imaginable and taken it further than it should ever be able to go. I don't know if any of you have seen the original Hellraiser movie or read the novella that it's based off of, but that's their whole thing. All of the Cenobites were normal people at one time that were like sex crazed and shit, and they wanted to take it further and further and further to the point that they were pretty much taken into another dimension where pain and pleasure, like, there was really no difference between the two. Always chasing his box in someone else's hands. That's fair. Pinhead's a B tier. He's for the streets. You see, so Sai says a C tier, Perk says a B tier. I don't know if anybody else wants to weigh in, but I'm thinking he's like up here. Simply because the fact that he's a Cenobite. Like, obviously it's gonna come to like what you're into, and some people probably aren't into a lot of pain, but pain and pleasure, the receptors, they work together almost. Like, there's a fine line. So he's definitely got to be A or B tier. To keep you still, it will hurt like a bitch. Some people are into that. Some people like to be hurt. Size into choking. Probably not on a metal hook in his throat, but whips and chains. That's what I'm talking about. He's got total Rihanna vibes going on. Maybe a little more extreme than she would ever ask for, but I'm gonna leave him in the A tier. He deserves it. Ghostface? Okay. Okay. Hear me out. That's where Ghostface belongs. If you think he should be any lower, I need you to argue for it. We got to go for the DBD version of Ghostface because there's a bunch of Ghostfaces in the movies, but this one is like an original creation. He fine as hell underneath. You know he is. You know he is. He's like that guy in real life that's super charismatic, you know? And he's probably got like a really nice body too under that cloak. I just know it. Yep. So here's the thing about Ghostface. His whole shtick is that he watches people for weeks and learns everything about them and their routines and everything so that he knows exactly when to strike. If he would only use his powers of analysis for good, think of what he could do in the bedroom. If he analyzed and learned everything about you, what really gets you going, he'd be good. He'd be solid. He'd be fucking husband material. Yes, he's dedicated. Perks, you're right. I didn't even think about that. He's into it. He's into the cameras and everything. Ghosty, call me. I'm both a voyeur and an exhibitionist. I love it. Ghostface is definitely the S tier. That's the killer of my dreams. Mask on, mask off. I'll take it both ways. And you're right, he does have a sense of humor. That's important. Huntress? Okay. Huntress is another character that the community simps for hard. We'll start her in the B tier. Huntress, Girl Huntress and Were Elk. The one I have doesn't have all the different legendaries on it, but we can talk about Were Elk for sure. If we're gonna talk about Were Elk, Monty should really be in here. Monty loves Were Elk. Depends on how often she bathes. Sai, she doesn't. Just in general, because it's a skin. Yeah, but I love Big Mama. You see, like Huntress, I get why people are into it, but it's not my thing. Like, I have a feeling that she would break my dick off of her pussy. She's just too much. She crushed my pelvis. Yes, she absolutely would. Now, she is resourceful. She was a hunter-gatherer that had to, depend on doing everything for herself and learning how things worked and foraging and all that. So she would probably be really good at picking things up that you're into. She can sing. You know, the way that she screams and growls when you stun her, it's like the opposite of pig. It's like she's gonna be loud as fuck, and I'm into that. Go kill an animal. You know what? I'm not into that, but maybe go kill a person. That's fine. Chad, I know you're familiar with Huntress at least. What do you think? Just interesting? You're referring to perks again, aren't you? You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Huntress is Esther A tier. Okay, we'll move her up into the A tier because I think that Huntress would be a good lay. She is really like primal and everything, like she knows to just go for it. But I think she would lack finesse, if you guys know what I mean. And I think that that's important. Does anybody disagree? Valid? All right then. Okay. Who we simping for next? Or absolutely not simping for? The twins? Oh my god, I got some opinions on the twins. We'll start them here. Fuck no. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, but I'm sure Perks has a reason why we should list them higher. F tier for no reason? Oh my god, you guys. You see, I would at least put the twins in the D tier, but I'm being overruled. Now, Charlotte, she ain't pretty. Like, I hate to say it. It's just true. But I feel like you still could. But you know me, like bad build, butch body, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But the thing about the twins for me is like I'm a very oral person, I'm gonna be like, getting it down, hanging out with your girl and everything, and you're like, I want to suck them titties. And what the fuck do you see? Her little fucking brother sticking out of her chest. Major turnoff. Major turnoff. So I think F tier works. Besides, even if you did fuck the twins, like, even if she was like a really good lay, you're gonna have to like have Victor right there. Nasty. Perk, you say Demogorgon next? Y'all are killing me. You're killing me. Okay, we'll do Demo. He's a good little puppy. We'll start him here because I would start him lower, but I know Perks is gonna have a reason. Let's hear it. It better not have anything to do with that big hole. Don't sex. You see, here's the thing. Could you even have sex with a Demogorgon if you wanted to? Like, if I'm as familiar with the first two seasons of Stranger Things, I don't remember seeing any kind of genitalia at all. It's just like, and it's like this naked thing running around, so I feel like you would see it. Demo a bee or a based off, you can stick your penis in his. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. But do you see all those teeth? I wouldn't put my dick in there. You bold as fuck, boy. You bold as hell. Have some decorum. Sai, I think we're past that. I think we went to that threshold and we went even further. He can get C or D though. Okay, he's definitely going down at least to D. Like you could try. I'm saying you shouldn't. You can try though, but the rosebudding not too bad though. No, not for me. Absolutely not. I like a little bit of teeth, just a little bit. That's too much. That's too much for me. Oh, I'm gonna choke. Okay, Death Slinger, let's do it. Where are we starting him out at? Call nurse. You can try, but you shouldn't. You're absolutely right, Chad. I'm saying don't. You could, don't do it. You can try, but don't. Okay. Okay. I don't think that that would be very pleasurable for me. I'm just gonna say. Okay, so I just want to say something. It might be because Perks is a mod, but how the hell is everything Sai is saying is getting like held for review, but Perks' messages are going through just fine? I think that Death Slinger, yeah, that's what I thought, Perks. That's what I thought. Death Slinger could he could definitely get it. He'd probably be really good at sucking dick because his jaw comes unhinged. But the harpoon thing, Perks, I'm gonna have to say, no. Now, if he can model his dick to be like his harpoon and shoot it, you know, that's some good penetration there. So that could work. And I think it's important to remember too that he's Irish. Yes, that's what I'm saying. If he's got good aim, then you're good. So I'm thinking the B tier. Love a good cream pie. Oh my God. You're killing me. You're absolutely fucking killing me. Okay, are we leaving him in the B tier or is he better or worse? B tier. Okay, that's fair. Okay, you said Nemesis and Spirit. We'll start with Nemi. Nemesis doesn't really do it for me, but I will tell you guys, I don't know if you're familiar with all the mods that they put in like Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, but they have the mod where Mr. X is just wearing like a Speedo. And I won't lie, the first time that he came around that corner wearing that Speedo, I felt things. Nemesis, a biochemical weapon, you can control him and shit. Uh, control him how? Sitting here wondering if Perks is a necrophiliac. I think Perks is just very open-minded, which is fine. Okay, so the thing that I'll say about Nemesis is too open-minded. Perks, that's exactly what I was gonna say. He got the tentacle. And I don't know about y'all, but all the anime fans are really into tentacles, so CT, buddy, how's it going? You are absolutely right. He needs to be our reasoning for Michael is he gets obsessed, and even though he might not make a good boyfriend because too much obsession is too much. If he's obsessed in the bedroom though, you're good. Nemesis got released by people. I forgot what they called in Resident Evil, but I know they was controlling him. You mean the Umbrella Corporation? Yeah, they created them as weapons. Nemesis was created specifically to hunt down and kill the STARS members. And if I do remember correctly, in the original game, he did stick his tentacle in someone's mouth. I think the character's name was Brad. Unfortunately, the tentacle went out the back of his head, but it might have been nice in the beginning. CT, buddy, how are you doing? How's it going? I need to know. Take a look at what we got so far and let me know if there's anything you disagree with. I'll take over they shit and make my own commands. Oh, Perks. What are we gonna do with you? Getting some work done? That's always nice. I don't want to get any work done right now. The only work I want to get done is getting these killers ready to fuck. An asylum? Site, what are you referring to? I think I missed something. Is that where we're going to be putting Perks? Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. Precisely, yeah. It's okay, Perks. We no longer put people in asylums for their sexual deviance. We celebrate that nowadays. You be you. Don't be anybody else. Okay. So where are we putting Nemi? The tentacle, it could work, but he kind of nasty otherwise, if you ask me. He is big and bulky though. I do like that. I feel like after tonight, I'm gonna have ended up permitting literally every single banned word. Oh, Perks, I will definitely do a survivor tier list. So here's the thing about me. Before we came and did this, before I got the idea to do this on the stream, I had already done one myself. A sex tier list for killers and survivors because I'm just that kind of guy. I like to have it on hand to know who I would fuck and who I wouldn't. So this is definitely right up my alley. I love doing tier lists, and since Dead by Daylight fans are thirsty as hell, I will definitely show you, but I did it a while ago, so a few of them are not on there, some of the newer killers, but I will definitely post it. But I'm also going to save this one because it's special because we did it together. We are doing it together. So you say Nemesis is B tier. Uh, Anybody else want to weigh in on that? I'm thinking I wouldn't put Nemi any higher than C tier. I mean, I feel like the tentacle is the only thing that's really going on for him. Now, if it was Mr. X, since I saw him in that Speedo, I'd probably put him in the A or S tier. You know what, Sai? I'm gonna have to agree with you there. CT, Chad, do you guys want to weigh in before we commit him to the C tier? Gotta save Dracula for last. We can do that. He is technically not released yet. Bug chasers love. Oh, you're absolutely right. But here's the thing, I don't love bug chasers. So that's another thing too, Perks. Like Nemesis would get me infected. I'm not into that. We throw him up in the C tier with Chucky. Imagine if Nemesis and Chucky had sex. Okay, stop imagining that. You said singularity. Okay, we're gonna start him in the F tier because I just don't. Sai, what do you think? You think fuck no? I mean, he is like just a little bit machine, a little bit flesh. But yeah, I can't imagine it either. Like there's nothing there for me to imagine, you know? I'm sure Perks can imagine it though. Perks, would you like to weigh in? A big ass blade up your ass? Well, you're into a big ass harpoon up your ass, so what's the difference? Not even as a sex toy. Nope, you're right. CT, what's your opinion on singularity? Now, maybe if they had programmed him to pleasure the crew, it could be different. But he wasn't. He was programmed to not harm the crew, and he did that anyway, so he's not even good at following orders. Is what you expect to be behind the glory hole? Oh my God. You know what? You're probably right. If I could take the blade off and replace it with something else, you could. He might be customizable. You guys are thinking maybe D tier now? I'm still thinking F tier. Like the thing about Singularity is that he's really arrogant. I don't think he'd let you replace his blade with something else. And CT, I think that he would be too proud to go to a glory hole. I think would think he was too good for that. That's too human of a thing to do. We'll leave him in the F tier. You got some inputs on Wesker? Okay, we'll do Wesker. Before we start, though, I just want to say, though, he only lasts a few seconds. So, that's a problem. Now, Wesker has tentacles, too, but he's also pretty. So keep that in mind. B tier? Saya, I think some people would be super offended that you only put Wesker in the B tier. They simp hard for Wesker. Pretty. He does have really pretty eyes when he takes his glasses off. Now y'all should agree Wesker kinky as fuck. He can tackle you with his black shit and shove you to the walls and shit. So that's true. He is a little aggressive if you're into doing it rough. Yep, absolutely. And that black shit that you're referring to is actually, he has his own tentacles as well. Not one big long tentacle, but you know, a few smaller ones. So are we thinking that like more is better or is bigger better? I think Wesker would definitely be into that. More is better? Okay. I'm thinking we should pump him up. Let's move him up at least to the A tier. You know, he's good looking. He's got a good job. Of course, none of that is really relevant to how good the sex would be, but I think even if he did only last 7 seconds, you know, I think it'd be a good 7 seconds. Get the nipples. Oh, you know Wesker's got big ass fucking nipples. You just know it. The best 7 minutes of my life. Did he say 7 minutes or 7 seconds? I honestly can't remember. I thought it was seconds. I could be wrong though. I have terrible memory issues. 7 minutes. You're right. You're right. Final Fantasy VII Remake. So are we thinking we should leave Esker in the A tier or should we elevate him to the S tier? Because I'm hearing only good things. I'm not hearing anything bad. A tier? I'd let Wesker hit it too. Nah, minute, second, mean, don't get S play. You're right. We'll leave him in the A tier. I just bought a flashlight while listening to all this sex tier talk. Oh my god. You guys are killing me. I hope it was a good one though. Did you get a good deal? Oh. Are you gonna use it while you play DBD? The Dante Cole one? I'm unfamiliar with that model, but I'll take your word for it. Guys, my cam is shaking and it's bugging me. That better? I hope so. Chad, you're right. You're right. They're thinking, I think we're gonna leave them in A tier for now. It's kind of averaged out a bit. Clown. Okay, so I've heard Oni, Clown, and I think Perks. I think you actually said Spirit a while ago, and we didn't do Spirit. So CT, you haven't really decided on somebody. I'll let you pick next. Hang on a second. I'm gonna fix this again. Pyramid Head? Oh, yeah. Why have we not talked about Pyramid Head yet? Okay. Are we talking before or after they nerfed his ass? Because, Pyramid Head's best feature is his cake. Pyramid Head is S tier. You know, I'll pretend he still has cake. I let him choke me. Absolutely. All of it and more. All of it and more. Pyramid Head is sex coded because in the original Silent Hill 2, he's having sex with the mannequins, you know. And he's gonna be kinky as fuck because he's a manifestation of all of James's sexual guilt. So that's a good thing. He can put me in the cage and the doctor can come give me some. Oh my god, Perks, I'm screaming. You're killing me. Yeah, I think he's good. I think S tier is good because he does have that big knife, but I think Pyramid Head is gonna be a power bottom, in my opinion. Like I think he's versatile. Like he could, be a top, but I think he's gonna be like he's gonna if he's gonna be with a dude, he's gonna be a bottom. If he's gonna be with a woman, he'll do it the natural way. Sai, you would? Absolutely. And I don't know if you guys have actually seen the clip from Silent Hill 2 either, but he does have like this tongue like this big. Like it's big. Big, big. Okay, we'll leave him up in the S tier. We simp hard for Pyramid Head. Which reminds me, is anybody gonna get the Silent Hill 2 remake that's coming out in October? He's an eater? Absolutely. I'm seriously thinking about pre-ordering it. I haven't decided yet. Perks, yes. Is that a yes to getting the Silent Hill 2 game? Sai says nope. I'm considering. I haven't decided yet. I want it. I want to play it, but I'm also kind of like I'm worried. you know, because the original is so great. And $70 is a lot of money for something that I might not like. So I sure hope so. If anything, I can get it and just let Pyramid Head fuck me. Okay, you say Oni next. Oni is a total daddy. I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna start him up here. Oni is daddy as fuck. And I don't know if you've seen, I don't know if I can count this because it's technically a legendary cosmetic, but his Attack on Titan cosmetic, that ass. Like, are you kidding me? Like, bro got more cake than Pyramid Head, I think, you know? And you know he likes it rough. He fight for you? You know that, having people fight over you for the chance to take you to bed is not a bad thing. CT, I'm gonna need you to weigh in on this. I know you have something to say. You approve? Okay, we'll leave him up here. Though I take him over Ghostface, it's acceptable. Oni Daddy. You would take Oni over Ghostface? Okay, I'm just gonna say really quick that the this right here, this doesn't mean that Skull Merchant is better than Myers or Myers is better than Ghostface. This is just the order that we were listing them. We can go back through and rank them in the tiers later, but I haven't been doing that. I've just been putting them in the order that we've been ranking them. But we can go back later and rank them per tier. Skull Merchant will stay in number one. I think a lot of people are gonna disagree with you there. Yeah, a lot of people do that. I just it's too hard for me because I want to fuck so many of them. Like, don't make me choose. Yep, Sai, I got you there, buddy. Do we want to do Spirit now since we did Oni? CT, you know me. You know me. Why you think I'm drinking all this water? I'm thirsty as fuck. In fact, I pretty much almost drank it all. Okay, we'll do Spirit. Now, you guys might disagree. I'm gonna start Spirit up in the S tier. You're dehydrated? Child, you need to start drinking. Don't deny your thirst. Embrace it. Hell nah. Oni's spirit, yes, Oni is the spirit's great 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 grandfather. Sai, you don't think spirit's S tier? Tell me why. All that twitching? That could be a good thing. Now, if she can move her pussy the way she moves the rest of her body, you know she'd be milking it. I think spirit's S tier. Sai says C tier, so we're gonna have to drop her unless anybody else has something to say. You'll take some spirit pussy? I know you will. So here's the thing about Spirit. She's a little discombobulated. She's got those glass shards coming out of her. That's not a good thing. But have you ever been with somebody that was bipolar? They're really good fucks, I'm just gonna say. Like, she's all over the place. She's like crazy, crazy, crazy. She's gonna be a good lay. She's got those anger issues, and then she goes, to being super reserved or whatever. Like, that just translates to a good fuck, in my opinion. Like, she's gonna show you a good time. But we can drop her just a bit. Does anybody else want to weigh in on Spirit? In my opinion, Spirit's a total succubus. Like, the next thing you know, it's lopped off. But you know what? That's the case with any of these killers. You never know what they're gonna do, the little rascals. Like, you know, Skull Merchant's gonna kill you the day after. It's not even a question. And once Michael finds a new obsession, you're done. Ghosty won't be able to resist his urges forever. Calling them little rascals is crazy. They are. They're little wascally wascals. The DBD killers, they want to be all, you know, brooding and menacing, but we know they cute as fuck. Okay, Sai, you pick the next one, buddy. Clown? Oh, I forgot about Clown. That's where I put him. Unless anybody has anything nice to say about Clown. He did used to be a former football player. You think he's a little bit higher? Justify your response. Why should I just not want to have sex with them rather than wanting to push him off a cliff? Perks, I know you got something to say. Oh, you see, you're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't think about that. If he can get you high enough, you'll forget how disgusting he is. CT, I know you have something to say about this. I know you do. My spider sense is absolutely tingling. Okay, we'll move him up to the D tier. I don't think that he would be very skilled, you know, but you're right though. You know, you get those chemicals going and it doesn't matter as much. You're having a good time. Oh, Sai, he might just take the pinky finger. He might not take the whole hand, you know. I forgot he's got a finger fetish. Does that mean that he would want to be fingered? Because I ain't fingering the fucking clown. Absolutely not. He won't take both. I think he just takes one. Hi, Bree. How's it going? How are you? Bree, quick, I need to know. Would you fuck the clown? And if not, would you do it if he got you high? No. I was expecting that response. Oh, Perks, I didn't know you left. I do apologize. You were kind of quiet. What an intro. I know how to talk to Bree, so she knows how I am. Perks, since you were gone, I need to know your opinion on the clown. Is D tier good? Should he be an F tier? Should he be higher? Before we get to Billy, I need to know. Found F to me, so D, I guess. That's fair. I think we'll leave him in the D tier. Sai did make a good point. Okay, we'll do Hillbilly. Perks, since Billy is your main, I'm gonna let you decide where to put him. At least to start out with. Clowns are a no-go. Chad, you're absolutely right. I don't think I've ever seen a single clown that I did want to fuck. So his mouth is damn near closed off. Billy, Sai says start him out in the C tier. Oh, Perk said C tier and Sai says B tier. Okay, defend yourselves. Why? Why is Billy B tier? Because I would put him in the fucking D tier if it were up to me. You want to get chased by his chainsaw? I'm gonna have to take a pass on that. Bree, do you want to weigh in on this? Hillbilly, hot or not? His walk that way because he carrying heavy? Oh my god. Not. I'm gonna have to agree with Bree there. Uh, his dick could go down to his fucking ankles, and I'm gonna be like, pass. He got stamina. You're not wrong there. He does. He does have. He could probably go for a long time. But Billy, to me, I kind of have the same problem that I have with Bubba. Like, there's something childlike there that just makes me say I shouldn't. Ghostface is hot. Oh, you're absolutely right. He is. That's why we got him up in the S tier. Let him chunk that wood. Oh my god. You're killing me. Okay, we'll leave Billy in the C tier. Because, you know, you could, but in my opinion, you shouldn't. Who's next? Bree, you can go ahead and pick the next one since you are newly in. I'd better refill my water. All this thirstiness is getting me. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say, let's talk Vecna. Because, you know, a lot of people are into the Vecnusy. But for me, I'm thinking like probably right here. Because you could, but I would probably wouldn't. Vecna's a smooth C or B. You see, the thing with me is like, have you seen his waistline? Like, I know people like a smaller waist, but come on. That's too much. That's too skinny. You gotta have a little meat on there if you want to get with me. I'm just gonna say. The Vegnussy is not enough. We skinny boys do it the best. Ain't nothing wrong with being skinny, but you know, you can't just be a fucking spine. Like, you gotta have something. Like, have you looked at his waist? There ain't nothing to hold on to. Don't you like to have something like to hold on to the hips when you're doing it, you know? Come on. Oh my God, I swear the auto mod, the messages that it holds, like the term third leg. Oh my God, it's crazy. He got a third hand? You're right. He does have a third hand, but it's like the size of a pallet. So it would probably just squish me like a giant fly swatter. I just think Vecna kinky because his power. He probably is really kinky. I just think that physically it's kind of, he is a lich after all. He's almost like he's got more going on for him than the hag does, but not by much in terms of physicality. You see, Perks, that's the thing about him. He's only got those four abilities in the game, but Vecna actually knows a lot more than that. So we can keep him in the C tier or we can move him up to B. Decrepit and floating. Oh my God, I'm screaming. He absolutely does, though. You're right. Are we thinking B tier is good for him? I guess I don't have to have anything to hold on to if he's casting some spells. CT buddy, if you're still here and you want to pick the next one, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna let you said Wraith. Okay. Perks, where will you start and Wraith at? He is made out of wood, so he has no dick, so a D. Wraith is made out of wood? I thought he was just kind of disfigured from the entity. Now, Sai is going to want to rank him higher if he's made out of wood, because Sai is so into the wood. I did not know he was made out of wood, no. Like, I thought he was just, like, not humanish. I don't know how to describe it. Like, I thought he was a literal wraith. You don't know, though. He might still have a dick, even if he is, even if he is made out of wood. Mr. Bing Bong. Him and Hag twins damn near. Wooden dick would hurt you guys. It just depends. Just depends. Are you sure? I don't know. You wanna put him down here, Perks? He can get C tier. I was thinking he should at least be in the C or D tier. He has to have some kind of, redeeming qualities. It's got to be something there. He can cloak as well. Maybe he can do something freaky with that. That's fair. I just think that I don't think I could put Rafe all the way down in the F tier. So we'll leave him up here in the C tier. He don't go bing bong for nothing. Wraith is low key fine. He is. See, that's the thing. Like, when he made the comment about him being made out of wood, I was like, really? Because, like, that could be a deterrent, but he is a good looking dude. He has some really nice cosmetics that make him appear to be very regal, which to me is very sexy. Perk says Sai needs help. Um, Perks, that might be the, kettle, that whole saying right there. Who wouldn't want some invisible dick? Sly, I love that you censored yourself because you knew that they were gonna do it for you. So we'll say if Spirit's got succubus energy, we'll say Wraith has total incubus energy. How's that? That's exactly what I was thinking. Indeed. Oh my God. Baby, the scream is coming from within the house. Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Okay, so we only have like, well, technically we have two licensed characters left, but we're gonna save Dracula for last. So that leaves Sadako. Now I'm sure even people that aren't familiar with Dead by Daylight are familiar with Sadako. You say fuck no? She is pretty soggy. Sai says put that bitch back in the well. She young? In the remake, the American remake, she is, but in the actual Japanese version, she's not. She's an adult because this is the original Sadako. Yeah. So in the original movie, I'm not so sure about the book that it's based off of, but in the original movie, she's like a teenager when she gets put in the well, I think, like maybe 16 or 17, and she's in the well for like 7 years, technically still alive. So she would be like in her early 20s, technically. I don't think that there's really anything appealing about Sadako. Um, so as if she was human, but she ugly now. So that bring her down to like D. Um, I will say this. I don't know if you guys are familiar, and I don't know if it's in the movie, but in the book, Sadako is actually intersex. So she has male and female genitalia. So you could do something with that. Of her getting fucked through her TV. Oh my God, you're killing me. You're killing me. You know, she would be good with the TVs. Let's just give her that fair point. Like if you're into watching porn and shit, she could probably do something with that. Maybe she can pull porn stars out of the TV. Who knows? I'm gonna put her I'm gonna put her in the C tier because you definitely could, but it doesn't mean that you should. Sai, you gonna make that GIF into an emote for your channel? I would totally subscribe for that. Blight? Okay. Here's the thing about Blight. He's one of my favorite killers, actually. Um, I know he's like super OP and everything, but I actually love playing against Blights. I love his lore and everything. But bro ain't got no fucking mouth at all. Like, not at all. Yeah, he's a junkie for sure. Like, I think that he would have stamina for sure. Like, he's zooming all around like Billy. He's got the stamina. But I feel like his entire body's just so drippy, you know? I'm not into that. I think Perks probably will be, though. Crackhead's got superpowers. You're absolutely right. He can probably go all night long. The only thing about that is, though, like, what kind of shape is his dick in? Like, is it as drippy as his fucking face? Stick your dick into his blight serum to enhance speed. Oh my God. I guess you could put the serum in your own dick. It won't bleep out crackheads, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. Maybe someone else said crackhead before and it got allowed. I don't know. The censorship is crazy though. It's fine though. You're really helping me expand the amount of words that are no longer banned, so I appreciate it. Does anybody else want to weigh in on Blight? I'm thinking Blight would be like in the C tier. It all just depends on, what's going on down there. We have no idea if his penis is still functional or if it's even technically still there. As far as like kissing and everything goes, though, I'm gonna take that bag off of Nurse's head. I'm gonna put it on Blight's. So that just leaves us with the Knight before we get to Mr. Dracula. Now, Knight is a total tryhard. He constantly be sweating. So you know he's gonna put in the effort. There you go, getting censored again, Sai. Uh, the guards, yeah, he could. But the thing about his guards aren't like technically there though, are they really? They're kind of like ghosts, right? So would they really be able to, is it really gonna be like a Legion situation? Or I mean, I guess he could summon them just to watch. Some people are into that. Treat me like one of your pub girls. Oh my god, I'm screaming. I mean, them ghosts still hit me and shit. You're right, Perks. They're gonna hit it and quit it. I mean, Perks, we already know you like all the ones that are dead, so it's probably a good thing for you. So where are we thinking? Where should we put him? I think he needs to at least be in the B tier. Sai says B tier. A or B? Because like I said, like he's definitely a tryhard. He's gonna make it work. Um, the only thing I will say about that though is I feel like he's gonna be the kind of person. Like I said, he is a tryhard, but I feel like he's gonna be more so into his own pleasure. He's not gonna really care about getting you off. It's gonna be all about him. So I don't think I would put him any higher than B in the B tier. Perks, that's fair, but Vittorio comes from the same era. That's the whole thing about the realm of the entity. It's like time doesn't exist. Oldie but a goldie. Oh my god, absolutely. He does have long hair. I don't know if you've noticed, but like you can see through his helmet, like he has long black hair, so it gives you something to pull. Dracula, you have 10 inputs. Okay, let me hear them. And I better not hear anything about having sex with him in his wolf form. Some Perks, what did I just say? I'm afraid I have a strict no bestiality policy. Suck me dry. That's what I'm saying, Sai. Absolutely. Everybody knows that vampires are sexy, and Dracula is the king. And the fact that it's the Castlevania Dracula, even better. S tier, I will have to agree with you there. Absolutely S tier. He's got the skills, you know, he'd be up all night doing it. So the room stinks. I'm not leaving. Oh my god. Oh my god. I will say, I'm really disappointed in his Mori that he's using a glass. I'm like, don't do that. Put your mouth on me, please. They need to fix that right away. But yeah, Dracula, definitely S tier. His chase music is amazing. I love his chase music so much. They better not change it at all, not a single fucking bit. Okay, so are we wanting to go back through and rank them per tier? This fire pillar add-on is insane. The one at the exit gates, yes, it's absolutely overpowered. It's really cool, but they're gonna have to do something about it. It's too much. 2 hours worth of the tier list. Well, there's so many killers now, and they're all so hot. You know, it takes a while. A gen fire pillar when you finish a gen, like it spawns at the gen. That's crazy. I didn't see the one with the generators. Finish the fire, start spawning around him. It spawns around Dracula himself. I get it. So like if somebody finishes a gen when you're in chase, then you're gonna be fucked. I bet it's not even an iridescent add-on. It's probably like a fucking purple one. You're chasing. Oh my god, that's crazy. That's crazy as fuck. Okay, guys, are we gonna go back through and rank them per tier, or are we gonna go straight into Hooked on You? Hooked on You? Okay. Let me get it ready. Quickly, we will switch the scene. I'm gonna save this real quick. It's a nice little thing that we did together. I'm just gonna save it as sex. Okay. Switch the scene.